Hello everybody, I am Felrus. Welcome back to the channel. We're having another video here today. It's the first time I've been able to do two videos in a while, but I'm gonna keep trying to change that. Guys, I've been playing Elden Ring recently, and I've been having some fun with that. So let me know if there are any Elden Ring players in the comments below. I'm just gonna check on the Deck of Fate real quick, see how many points my two ancient shards will give me, because if I can get another flip here and we can grab the Thor avatar, that would be pretty great. But really what I want to talk to you about is this kind of 130, so we're not going to be able to get another one. This kind of events that are going on in Raid. What has the past year looked like for Raid Shadow Legends? This might be a longer video today, but we're going to try to keep you entertained while doing it. We're just going to do some daily quests, all that kind of stuff, while I talk to you guys about Raid. So, what have been some of the things we have gotten so far in Raid, as far as, events, tournaments, all that kind of stuff? Well, we got Armanz, and Armanz kind of started the year off with a banger, right? He is one of the most broken champions, if not the most broken champion in the entire game. A lot of people are mad about him. A lot of people want him nerfed. Even Big Krakens want him nerfed because he is so annoying in the game, in Arena, right? His A2 has this AoE stun with an AoE turn meter steal. His A3 has a sheep. Both are on a 3-turn cooldown. Yeah, and it's a sheep, it's a buff strip, all that kind of stuff. And then he has lockout on his passive and on his A1. So, Armanz, is he good? Is he bad? Is he in the middle? So, I am kind of a middle-of-the-road guy on Armanz. I do think he is overpowered. I do think he is broken. However, I think he is nice for clearing things. For me, he's basically a key to being able to farm Arena effectively, a key to be able to bring whatever team I want into live Arena, and a key to dungeon progression, right? As well as the Barbarian Faction Crypt. That's who Armanz is to me, right? As a kind of mid-game free-to-play player. Armanz is this kind of good progression champ. I'm not super focused on winning in PvP. I enjoy live Arena. That's about it, right? People who want to win PvP, right, they're going to be constantly upping his speed, constantly upping his accuracy, getting him into better and better and better builds so that they can actually win, right? And that I can see how he is a problem for people, right? But Armanz, I don't care what you think of Armanz. I'm probably going to get angry comments saying, "Oh, he's absolutely terrible. He should be nerfed instantly." Okay, if you think that, you can think that. That's fine. I am certainly sympathetic to that view, but he's Armanz, right? He's a good champion. He's especially good for players who are, lower level and have him. I think that is good, that players have access to a champion who is so good for progression. It doesn't have to be Armanz, it can be Baudel, it can be literally whoever, but as long as, players have access to a champion, a free champion, nonetheless, because he was a fusion, who can really help them through the game, I think that is good. That's the part of Armanz that I like. The part that I don't like is that there is basically no counter to him in Arena, other than, like, Archmage Helmet or King Narog. So, building a high-resistance team just really isn't that great, right? So, Armanz was a big thing, Aoshard was a big thing, Wixwell was a big thing, although apparently he's getting nerfed or something. I haven't paid attention to the news that much about it, but, Wixwell was good. Wixwell gave a lot of people their one key, Ultra Nightmare key. I think that's good, right? We've got some pretty good fusions, some pretty good events, some hard ones, but they're good ones, right, if you can pull them off, right? I think Wixwell was a fantastic fusion, a fantastic event all around. I enjoyed being able to make him or help participate in making him. I think that was great. That was pretty unique, and I liked it, right? But really what I want to talk about here is Thor. Alright, this whole Asgardian event, right? We opened the year up with the Monster Hunter event. We got Rathalos. Rathalos did change my account. Personally, I gotta upgrade that artifact. I don't know why I've been sitting on it. Alright, anyways, Rathalos did change the game for me. I enjoy him. I enjoy using him. I think he's good. I recently rebuilt mine. We got Rathalos for free. We got his soul for free. That was pretty cool, too. Rathalos is a good champion. He's good in Hydra. He can do a lot for you, right? He's got this 100% ignore defense. He's got this AoE smack with self-buffing. He's got a drop defense, irresistible debuff. He's got inflicting more damage under burn, right? Every 5th skill he deals 200% more damage. He's got damage reduction from enemies under burn. He's good. He's very good. I have him in Brimstone. Okay, great. We got Rathalos. That was great. That was kind of when I was really starting to get the hang of Raid. So I don't remember too much about the Titan event or the Blade Master Titan. I think we had a Shadowkin fusion here. I think this was her. She's okay. She's got, some slap stuff. She can do stuff in Fire Knight. Yeah. She's a single target damage dealer, I think. Because I think you'd want debuffs on an AoE. So, yeah, I'm not too familiar with her. But then, we had Armons. We had Eostrid, who is a great champion. We had Wixwell. We had Shayek. We had Scorid. And then we had Thor. And Thor was very interesting because I think he was a very popular fusion, right? People like Thor, and with good reason. He is fantastic. His fusion wasn't too hard. A lot of people got him. A lot of people love him. The content creators loved him. All this kind of stuff. We got Thor. He's good. We got his Titan event, and that was less good. And the reason that was less good was because of the extra summon rush, right? This video is a bit late in coming. We're kind of going over a lot of different things that they've done in the past year, right? But the main reason that the Titan event was terrible was because of the summon rush. A lot of people pulled their shards on the first summon rush, which I get it. It is their choice. I did that myself, right? I pulled my shards on the first summon rush. I should have waited to the second one, right? But I didn't. That's on me, right? It is on you if you pulled your shards during the first summon rush, right? That's not Plarium's fault. Plarium warned you good and well that there would be a second summon rush. But nobody expected there to be Titan event points directly out of the fusion into that last summon rush. And I think you had to do that summon rush if you wanted to get the full milestone 5, all that kind of stuff, right? You had to do it. And I think that was off-putting for a lot of people. In fact, I know it was. I think Colred did a whole rant about it, right? But people blew their shards for the first summon rush, right? So then they couldn't do the Titan event. I think that was the main problem. A lot of people either couldn't do the Titan event or had to spend to do the Titan event. And shards in this game are extremely expensive, right? How much does a Sacred Shard cost? Well, we don't even have a pack for Sacred Shards. But 3 Void Shards is $70. Alright. 5 is $100. You can get them from these special offers, right? You can get 3 Sacred and 7 Ancients for $30, right? You can get 7 for $20. All this kind of stuff. So you can, but shards are expensive. 3 Primal Shards for $20, and they're probably gonna be rares. Okay? Shards are expensive in this game. It's literally just greed on Plarium's part. I'm sure they make more than enough money because, yeah. Anyways, that's just my opinion on it, but that's not to judge them. That's not whatever. I think they are doing something pretty terrible, but you know what? It's their business, and whatever. I don't buy shards. If I were to buy shards, I would buy Prism Crystals for a Prism Summon Pool event that I wanted to participate in, because then at least you have a good shot at a champion that you know you want and know you need for your account, and I certainly wouldn't do it often, right? Corrodor did end up pulling the faction unity guy for the orcs. He did end up pulling him, and so I better be recording. I am recording. That's good. Alright, Corrodor did end up pulling him. Where is he? Aragaz. So I think that means that I have to go spend money on Prism Crystals for Odin. The reason I'm okay with that is because it is a void summon pool. And so I've got a good chance at Maneater, and I need him for my UNM team. So I'm actually okay with that. The labels of free-to-play, whatever, is just like, just enjoy the game, guys. Just enjoy the game. I know Boozor takes, or seems to take some pride in it, but like, you know, just do whatever it is that makes you enjoy the game more. For me, I would love an Odin, right? I would love a Maneater, right? That's what I want. That's what I want. I'm just having fun, right? So I'd have no problem buying a couple Prism Shards, all right? Anyways, but mostly I am free to play because I think that most of the packs and everything are bad value, right? It's not a matter of whether or not I have the money. It's not a matter of whatever. It's just a matter of these are scam offers, in my view. Especially for where I'm at in the game. 6 legendary books would be nice, but for $30, it's not worth it, right? I'll do the same thing, but slower from Clan Boss. I'm not fussed, right? Do I wish packs were cheaper? Yeah, I do. I enjoy spending on games. I think it's fun. I play another game called Exodus that is quite fun. But, if things are too pricey, I'm not going to do it. It's just not worth it. Bang for your buck is not good. That's my kind of thing on spending. I don't do it. If I was to do it, I'd do Prism Crystals because I enjoy the whole collecting aspect. I only keep my favorite champions. You'll notice, that's how I play. I only keep my favorite champions. I don't have many. Right? I only keep ones that I actually like and that are good. Venomage here. Been a recent acquisition. Maybe we can pump some levels into her. Yeah, Venomage is quite good. I enjoy her a lot. We'll just pump some random brews into her. Why not? She's not going to get to level 60. Too bad. But, you know, that's how I play. You know, Corrodor plays where you've got to fill out the faction guardians, right? That's how he plays, right? Is what he's doing technically better and more efficient? Yes. But that's not what I'm doing, right? That's not how I play. I play a different way. And to be honest, it's mostly because I don't use a lot of epics, right? I've been lucky enough with my legendary pulls to be able to use them on most, if not all, of my teams. There are just some epics that I like Mordecai, right? Like Venomage, like Morag if I need an ally attacker, or Cardinal for a reviver, or Feng Cleric as a healer, or Skull Crusher as a counter-attacker that I like and I use. And that's why I use them, because it's fun for me to. But epics I just don't keep, mostly because I just don't use them. That's kind of how it is. Alright? So, where were we going with this? Thor. His Titan event was kind of terrible. At least the beginning of it was. I was able to do other stuff no problem. I think it was good that they put a Odin's Trial or a couple Odin's Trials in there. That was fun. That gave you a good reason to farm pinpoint gear. But the beginning was kind of terrible, mostly because shards are expensive. People's pocketbooks are running thin, at least in America right now. We've got a lot of stuff going on economically, right? And so, like, you know, it was kind of a crappy thing to do. I will be honest. I do not think that it was the best move by Plarium to do that. But then again, that's my opinion, you know. I understand that they have to make money, but I'm pretty sure they make more than enough money and would anyway, if they had not run that event the way they would have. So I will be critical of them regarding that. And Plarium, if you're watching this, like, refrain from doing that kind of stuff again. Like, it's not fun, right? That's why we play your game. We play the game to have fun. At least I do. You should. If you don't, that's the only reason to play the game, because everything else is just gonna pass. Like, what are you gonna do when you're old? When I'm old and on my deathbed, I'm not gonna be like, you know what? The greatest accomplishment of my life was that I fused Shayak. The greatest accomplishment of my life was that I pulled Calamitous on my 3rd Primal Shard. Like, these things are fun things. They're not life achievements or things to be proud of. They're not, we play the game for fun. We should play the game. That's the reason why games exist. If we want to spend money on the game, it's so that we can have more fun, and for no other reason than that. And that's okay. It's okay if you find it fun to spend money on games. Like, I play Exodus. I enjoy trading card games, but you gotta spend money on them. And that's fine. That's fun. For me, it's always fun when I'm, playing a trading card game to chase those new cards, right? Chase them down. But trading card games are a lot cheaper than Raid is. So, just kind of some food for thought there. In that whole shebang, right? We like our champions, but shards are overpriced. Books are overpriced, I think Mr. Burrito Slayer, he's commented on one of my videos before. I've watched some of his stuff. I think he has a pretty good outlook on the spending stuff. Like, don't spend, but if you want to, you can. That's kind of what he says. I tend to agree somewhat with that. So really, like, what was this year in Raid? Well, this year in Raid for me was showing that I can build a champion. That's what it was for me. What was it for the game? Well, for the game, I think it was a little bit ups and downs. There were certainly some high ups and some high downs. But I don't know. I think overall the game's in a pretty good spot. I mean, we've got more mythicals introduced. We're not going to win that battle. We've got more mythicals introduced to the game, which is a positive or a negative. I have some thoughts about adding more mythicals to the game, particularly since they tend to add bad ones. Just stop adding mythicals. We don't need any more. The ones we have are great. If you're going to make a mythical, make sure it's a quality mythical, right? Otherwise, you're just diluting the pool, and that's not fun for anybody. And that's just the fact of the matter. Oh, look at that. I leveled up. Fun. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. I think Thor is a great fusion. I think the Asgard Divide event has been very good. Getting a speed or perception set in our accessories is quite nice. Personally, I am a huge fan of Pinpoint. But, again, it has its ups, it has its downs. It's a game. What are we going to do about it? We can't really do anything about it. We either play the game or we don't. We play the game the way we want to play the game. Let's summon 3 champions and blow some ancients here. Let's see what we got. See if we can get some gold. Nope, that's a rare. Probably just going to get rares. Risk Arm. I used to use Risk Arm. Yep, 2 rares. Nothing to write home about. It's just kind of chill. Anyways. Pull another one here. Pull a Mystery Shard. But that's kind of where I think Plarium is pretty bad with their business. I think actually if they lowered their prices, they would get a lot more players to spend on their game. I just think a lot of people can't or don't want to because of the bad value. I don't think they need to change rates. I think rates are fine. But I do think that they need to change something with the way they price their stuff. I think a Sacred Shard should be at most $2, right? That I'd pay $2 for a Sacred every now and then. But 5? No. No way. I'm not going to pay $5 for a Sacred. $24 then hits me Mercy. On Sacreds, I'll probably get a Lego before then. That's kind of how I see it. You can agree with me, you can disagree with me. I don't really care. I don't care if you spend. If you want to spend, heck, that's fine. Go for it. See what Thor can do now in the event dungeon. But I think that is a major problem in this game. Just pricing. We don't talk about pricing. I don't know. Trading card games for a pack, it's like $5. You're probably gonna get something you can use, you know, unless you're like super competitive. But if you're casual, it's like, I guess it's the same for Raid. The spending gap and that whole thing is only a problem if you care to be the best of the best. If you don't, if you're just playing like I do, you can wait. You can wait for your Legos. I wanted Freya. I popped 2 Ancients. Was it particularly good for me to? Not really. It wasn't an opportune time. It wasn't anything like that. I just wanted to see if I'd get her. Alright, so now I have 62 Ancients. I'm 62 toward Mercy. Cool. That's the way I wanted to play the game. You can agree, you can not agree, it's just a game. I'm not too fussed about it. That's why I get super hyped out of successes and not so much out of losses. Unless there's money involved, right? It's like, okay, I pull a great champion. Awesome, sweet, that's something to be hyped about. If I don't pull a great champion, it is what it is. It's expected almost, you know what I mean? So that's kind of my thing here with, I've started selling my pinpoint banners that don't have speed. That's my thing with Raid right now. I think they're in a good spot. I really do. I think they could be in a better spot, but it's Raid. It's gonna be there for a time and then go away. That's how it's gonna be. That's what was it Dragonair that did that recently? Yeah. That's what they did. Like, why? I don't think I have any right to do any less. Like, when I stop enjoying the game, I will stop playing it. That's how I'm going to play, you know? If it's not worth my time, I'm simply not going to invest. You know what I mean? If you don't think it's worth your time, I encourage you to do something similar. But anyways, all that to say, I think the Titan event was pretty terrible. But if people had fun with it, that's that. Just enjoy the game. Regardless of whether the game's in a good spot or a bad spot, I think Thor was a great fusion. I think that was a very good thing. We're going to lose this arena battle too. But that's just my opinion. I personally find a lot of use out of him. That's my opinion, you know? I think he was popular. I think if you went for him, you were smart. And if you couldn't go for him, that's okay. He's still in the summon pool, you know? There are plenty of good damage dealers, right? He's good. But, you know, he's not Siegfried. He is not Siegfried. If you have Siegfried, you probably don't need him. I don't know. I haven't played with Siegfried, but I do want him. I think his aesthetic is epic. Yeah, I want a Siegfried. Anyways, so that's all for the video, guys. I know I went on a couple rabbit trails there, but in short, what I'm going to say, enjoy the game. I think they've run some pretty good events. Armons, Aostrid, Thor, Wixwell, the whole Asgard thing. They gave us pinpoint gear. They gave us updates in Hydra. They gave us epic empowerment. I didn't even talk about that. Yeah, I mean, enjoy the game, guys. It is what it is. We're chill. We're cool, man. We're hippie. No, I'm joking about the hippie thing. But, you know, you get the idea. Just enjoy the game for what it is. No need to stress over it. I think I've enjoyed the events. I've enjoyed the Monster Hunter event. Well, we didn't even talk about Loki. Loki's a good champion. He's very good. I have him in Protection. He's the first one I built in Protection. I think he's fantastic. Yeah, 12% speed on for 3-piece. Hey, that's sweet. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in another video.